Goodbye 2023. You were an amazing year full of so many ups and downs. I grew so much as a person. I learned more about myself and what I want to do with my life. Looking back, I came into hardships through my business and learned how to deal with it. I traveled the world with my best friends and realized how much I love to travel. I turned 25 and realized, I actually am growing up and have to be an adult now. I hit incredible milestones that I had dreamt about for so long, and I had so much fun. I filmed videos that I had hoped to share at the end of the year, but life just got away from me. My business grew and I started to reach new customers and people from around the world. People who loved my clothes and loved what I was creating. I spent countless days and nights sewing, having an extreme amount of stress build up, and honestly, I almost burnt myself out. I worked so incredibly hard at the end of last year, which I'm so proud of, but I needed a break. 2023 taught me the importance of looking after myself. I started journaling and reading again. I started to practice more mindfulness and how to be kinder to myself.
Okay, I didn't film it, but I just got my first order. I hope you can't see it. Okay. Okay, I got that one. Hopefully you heard it.
I worked harder than I ever had before and managed to find ways to stay focused and strong, allowing myself to achieve the goals I had set out for myself. So thank you 2023. You taught me a lot, and looking back, it was one of my favorite years. But I am so ready for what's to come next.
It is 2024. I haven't vlogged, well, I've tried to vlog. I tried to vlog like twice last year and I just never got around to editing the footage. Hopefully I put some of it at the beginning of this video, just to do like a little recap. It is such a nice day today. It has been raining for literally since end of last year and it's just been so frustrating, but it's so nice to see that the sun is out, the sky is blue. I really would like to go to the beach today, but I have so many orders that I need to finish, and I want to try and post out a few today as well. I closed my business over the Christmas holidays and like New Year's and everything, just so I could have a little bit of a break because end of last year was hectic. I had the most orders I've ever had for my business and I was just sewing non-stop. It was just crazy. So I closed up over Christmas and New Year's just so that I could have a break. I wouldn't have to sew or anything. I did take like a good week off of not doing anything, and then the last like 2 weeks, well, the first 2 weeks of this year, I just spent like working on my business. I updated the website. I rearranged my studio. If you can tell, my sewing machine and overlocker is over against this wall now, just because it used to be along here, like facing, there's a big door window at the front here, and it was facing that way. But in summer, this room gets so hot because it's at the front of my house and the sun just is like right there. And when I'm facing this way, it also is really, really glary. So I decided to move it over this way just so that I'm not facing the sun the whole time. I really like it there. I do need to change this gizmo bob, what's it called, corkboard. I do need to change that at some point, and like get rid of all of the stuff that's on there because that's been there for ages. And I do want to do more with that side as well because there's nothing there at the moment. I've got some stuff on the floor over there that I need to put away, but that's basically an open space because hopefully this year I can get an industrial machine, because as much as this is an amazing machine and I love it so much, an industrial machine is just so much faster. And if I'm constantly getting a lot of orders, I want to be able to put them out faster or like send them out a lot quicker to customers. And these are like a little bit slower they're a lot slower compared to an industrial machine. So I'd love to have one over there. Hopefully, maybe if I can, also an industrial overlocker. That'd also be really great. But I don't know if I'll be able to fit that in there as well. There is still a lot that I want to do with this space. I want to also get a rug and like some plants, maybe a lamp for like this corner over here. Like there's just a lot I want to add to it. I also rearranged the upstairs studio, or not rearranged, I just like gave it a really big tidy clean out and everything. And I also organized all of my scrap fabrics. I still need to send off like 6 or 7 boxes of scrap fabric to Apparel, which is the recycling company that I send all of my scraps to, but I need to do that. And then I organize all of like the other offcuts that are big enough to use and repurpose. I organize them into little boxes so then I can just like pick and choose from there when I'm doing my scrap fabric project. Speaking of the scrap fabric projects, I have come up with this cute little bag. I've called it the What's Left bag, and it's just this cute little like croissant shaped bag, and it's just got a zip there, and then there's also like 2 pockets on the inside. It's kind of hard to show just there, but it's a really cute little bag, and it's been pretty popular as well, which is really nice. But I pre-made these just so that they were like ready to ship items. I don't have to spend too much time worrying about them, and then when I have enough scrap fabric left over, I can just do more and then have them posted on the website ready to ship when they are available. So that's them. They're so cute. I'm also going to eventually sell the pattern for them on my website, because I'll talk about it a little bit later, but that's something that I'm wanting to start to do this year, just as another way to try and be, I guess, more sustainable, because I know not everyone can afford my pieces. And also like archiving my older pieces and older designs. It's like pretty silly if I just like shove them away and I don't use them again, when I could like repurpose them, and then other people, if they want to, they can make those products as well. I'll talk more about that later, because I've got a lot of sewing that I need to do today. I have 23 orders so far since opening, so I've got to get through all of these. Today's Wednesday as well, so I cut out most of the pieces, about half of the pieces, on Monday, and then Tuesday I spent time sewing about, I think I did like 5 or 6 pieces. I finished a Daria top this morning, and then I'm going to start working on the Delilah dress. I love the Delilah dress, but it literally is just, it takes me so long to do, and it's so like fiddly and everything. Same with the Maya top. I love it, but it's just so fiddly because of all the elastic and like the adjustable stuff. So yeah, that is my plan for the time being. I'm going to get stuck into sewing, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. It is like 1 o'clock now. I've finished, I don't know how many orders, let's see. 1, 2, I've got 10 orders that I can send out. I'm gonna go and package these up now and then head to the post office. It is so hot in this studio, so I just want to get out and sit in my car in the aircon for a little bit. Yeah, when I come back, I'm gonna maybe either start on, I think I'm gonna start cutting some orders that I haven't, or like some of the pieces that I haven't cut out. So I've got like heaps there, and then some more on this side as well. There's 2 express orders, which I'm trying to prioritize express orders, obviously, because people pay that extra money, so obviously they probably want it for like a little bit earlier, or like a particular date or something. So my goal is to also try and like prioritize those. I still obviously will go like from the list, like just work my way down and everything, and then yeah, prioritize the express orders, because normally people are wanting them for a certain reason. That's why they've paid the extra for express, especially if they've done like a really big order. They get like free standard shipping anyway, so if they've paid extra for the express, then they probably want it a little bit earlier. So I'm going to try and start cutting out some of those pieces so that I can sew them and have them sent out by the end of the week. I also got a really big order before from a girl, so I'm up to 24 orders so far since opening, which is so awesome. Anyway, I'm going to start packing these orders now, and I'm going to turn the fan back on, because when it's just when it's on this lower level, it doesn't do anything, and it's just so hot and gross in here, and I just, ugh, it's so disgusting. I'm a summer girl. I love summer, but not when I'm stuck in a studio and I can't get away from the heat. I like summer when I'm at the beach and I can go swimming for like 7 hours. You know, that's when I love it, not sitting in this studio. Packing all those orders. Yes, this is sweat from how freaking hot it is in this studio. So anyway, I'm gonna get changed and then I'm gonna take all of these to the post office and send them out. There's 10 parcels here, I think. 2 of them are going overseas, one's to the UK, which I think it's my first to the UK, I can't remember, but that's really exciting. And then the other one's just to New Zealand. There's also 1 express order that I'm sending out today. I've got another 2, I think, that I'm going to try and finish at the end of the week as well. Okay, I'm going to need another bag because they're not going to fit. Hopefully the lighting's okay. I don't know how it looks. Happy Thursday. I am in the studio again. I cut out a bunch of pieces this morning, just a bunch of white and oat pieces, some April tops and some Harper Short. And I'm gonna get stuck into all of this today and then hopefully try and send out a few more orders this afternoon. I left you yesterday, I think, after I went to the post office, and then I went for a run, and on my run I actually injured my knee, so I'm kind of sore this morning. This is an ice pack, or it's like just ice wrapped in paper towel, but I injured my knee yesterday running, so I'm a little bit sore, and it's really frustrating because I have to keep going upstairs to go to my other studio where I have all of my fabric, and that's where I like cut out all of my pieces and everything, and I have to keep going back and forth up there. So I'm trying to limit the amount of times I walk up and down the stairs because my knee is just in so much pain. And now I'm going to spend the rest of the day sitting down sewing, which is probably a good thing for me. But anyway, I'm going to get stuck into this and talk to you guys when I'm doing something a bit more interesting.
That's what I can.
after 4 o'clock and I've finished a lot of pieces today. I finished all of the Harper shorts, all of the April tops that I just cut out. I still have like quite a bit to do. I didn't end up going to the post office today. I'm gonna probably stay up tonight and try and get some more of those pieces done so then I can just do like a massive post office drop tomorrow afternoon. I am going to talk quickly about how I recycle my fabrics though, because I need to buy my postage for my recycling boxes. There's a little note up there that my boyfriend keeps rewriting for me to remember. But I use Apparel, and I think it's in Sydney or Victoria, New South Wales or Victoria, and it's like a recycling company and they just recycle fabrics, but they also recycle like clothing, unwanted clothing, or yeah, those types of things. I haven't sent anything away to them for a while. I've just been collecting all of my fabric scraps into plastic bags and boxes and just been leaving them in the wardrobes outside and in my garage. So I have currently like 6 boxes, I think, just sitting in my garage waiting to be sent off, and I've been meaning to do that for so long, so I really need to go do that now and just get it over and done with. So I'm going to buy the tickets postage thing for it, and then a courier comes and picks it up and they take it to go and get recycled. It's really good if you're another like small fashion brand in Australia and you have a lot of offcuts of fabric that you just can't use. Like obviously there's a lot that you can use, and then there's just like the tiny pieces that are just unusable. You don't have any use for them whatsoever, and they need to go somewhere, and rather than sending them to landfill and just creating more waste, they can go and get recycled by this company. They used to recycle them into socks, but they stopped doing that, and now they turn it into this thing called Uptext, which is like their own sort of fabric that they've created from all of the scrap pieces. I'm really terrible at explaining it, so I'll leave the link to Apparel down below if you want to check it out and see what they actually do, or if you are a small fashion brand that has a lot of leftover waste, you want to recycle it somewhere, you can check out how to send all of your scraps down below. To you guys today, but I've just been busy sewing all day and just getting through all of these orders. I'm gonna go to the post office today and I've got to send out, I think I've got 7 here, and then I've got more to do tomorrow. Unfortunately, I ran out of my smaller satchels, so I've had to send everything in my larger parcels. I don't have any more of my small black ones, which I used to get from Rethink Packaging. I've started using Hero Pack now just because that was what I could find. I don't think Rethink Packaging do it anymore, so that's why I switched over to Hero Pack. But Hero Pack have like pretty good stuff, and they're all like really good prices as well. Anyway, I'm gonna go do that now, and then when I get back I'm just going to do a little bit of cleaning in here, and then maybe do some computer work and some social media stuff, because I kind of need to get on top of that.
Girl, do you give high fives to every guy? Am I justified in wondering what you really think of me? Am I justified?
Hey guys, welcome to our vlog. It's rest for Sunday down at the beach, y'all.